Manchester City have beaten Brighton 1-0 at Wembley to reach the FA Cup final. City got off to a flying start and opened the scoring inside 4 minutes through Gabriel Jesus. Kevin De Bruyne found space on the right wing before firing a terrific driven cross to the far post with Jesus on hand for to divert a diving header into the bottom left corner from close range. Kyle Walker was involved in a heated clash with Brighton forward Alireza Jahanbakhsh in the 32nd minute. The Iran international appeared to have trod on Walker as they battled for the ball, which the City defender took exception to, and the pair squared up to one another. They exchanged verbals before Walker pushed his head towards Jahanbakhsh and referee Anthony Taylor booked both players for their actions. Video assistant referee then reviewed whether Walker should have been dismissed, but the original decision stood. Despite Brighton applying the pressure late on, City held onto their 1-0 lead and secured their place in the FA Cup final. "1930 That's all from us today, folks. We hope you enjoyed the game. 1933 Not the best performance by City today, and they'll have to play much better against Tottenham in the Champions League quarter-final on Tuesday." Brighton will now turn their attentions back to securing Premier League survival. They face Bournemouth next Saturday. "1928 Manchester City are through to the FA Cup final after a 1-0 victory over Brighton at Wembley, thanks to a 4th-minute header by Jesus. It proved to be the only goal of the game, despite Brighton pushing players forward in the second half in search of an equaliser, but they were unable to find the breakthrough. They went very close, with Laporte having to clear the ball off the line just in the nick of time, with Murray looking certain to fire the ball into the back of the net from just a couple of yards out. The quadruple is still on for City. 1922-90 plus 3 mins minute by minute full time. Manchester City 1-0 Brighton 1921-90 plus 2 mins minute by minute. The pace of the game is electric now. It's end-to-end as Brighton first have a chance after Fernandinho fouls Duffy, and the Seagulls get another opportunity from a set piece. City defend well and break up the other end, with Sterling ending the attack with a shot at goal, which is well saved by Ryan. "1990-91 minsSTATSOverall Possession RatioPossession19 and 1918-90 mins minute by minute. There will be a minimum of 3 minutes added time played. "1932-89 mins minute by minute. Knockaert appeals for a penalty after going down in the box under pressure from Laporte. However, there isn't anything in that, and in any case it looked like Knockaert handled the ball in the first place to control the ball. "1917-88 mins minute by minute. Just a couple of minutes left to play now, and the game still could go either way, with Brighton really trying to throw everything at City. A nervy ending for both sets of supporters. 1914-86 mins minute by minute. Good effort. Izquierdo tries to curl the ball into the top corner from the edge of the box, but it's not close enough to the corner and Ederson makes a comfortable save. (1913-84) minsminute by minute quality play by City, playing the ball out from the back very well despite being under a lot of pressure from the Brighton forwards. (1911-82) minsminute by minute Brighton make their third and final substitution, with Bissouma coming off, and he's replaced by Laporte. (1915-81) minsminute by minute Knockaert wins a corner for Brighton and urges the Seagulls supporters to stand up and get behind the team. They've been terrific today, never given up on their side getting back into the game. Unfortunately the corner is poor, and City comfortably clear. .190879 minsminute by minute City make a substitution just before the corner, with Mendy coming off, and he has been replaced by Stones. A sign perhaps that Guardiola is trying to see the game out now. .190779 minsminute by minute good block. Dunk throws himself towards the ball as Sterling fires a shot at goal, which looked to be heading on target. However, the centre-back diverted the ball out of play for a corner. .190678 minsminute by minute wicked ball into the box by Mendy, which Dunk has to flick out of play for a corner. Gundogan whips the set piece into the box, but the Seagulls defend it well. .190576 minsminute by minute this is Manchester City's fourth match at Wembley in 2018-19, W2D1. Along with Chelsea, 4, and Spurs, 19. This will be the first time ever that three different club sides will play at least 4 games at the stadium within a single campaign. (190476) minsSTATSOverall Possession RatioPossession19 and 190374 minsminute by minute still all to play for here. City don't look as assured as they did in the first half and are now trying to slow the pace of the game down and see the game out. (190172) minsminute by minute the Brighton skipper Dunk is shown a yellow card after a late challenge on Bernardo Silva. He doesn't get anywhere near the ball. (190070 minsminute by minute another change now for Brighton, with Jahanbakhsh coming off, and he is replaced by Izquierdo. (1857-68 minsminute by minute this game could still go either way as victory isn't yet secured by City. They're pushing forward now after having to withstand a lot of Brighton pressure. Sterling looks very lively, but Jesus is one player who has hardly been involved in the second half so far. (1855-66 minsminute by minute Brighton also make a change, and it's an attacking one, with Murray the man coming off, and he has been replaced by Endon. (1854-65 minsminute by minute Manchester City make their second substitution of the game, with Bruyne making way for Fernandinho. (1911-64 minsminute by minute save. Terrific effort by Sterling from the edge of the box, and Ryan produces a fine save to tip it out wide. The first real save that the Brighton keeper has had to make. (1850-63 minsminute by minute). Manchester City have scored more FA Cup goals in 2018-19 than any other side, 19. Indeed, they are looking to become the first side to score at least 20 times within a single campaign since Chelsea back in 2011-12-20, and the first time the club has done so since 1980-81-20. (1849-61 minsminute by minute). Decent effort, Gundogan with a shot on the volley from the edge of the box, but it's straight at Ryan, who comfortably gathers. (1902-60 minsminute by minute). Another Brighton free kick that they bring everyone forward for, with Duffy and Dunk causing a lot of problems in these positions. Knockaert again with the delivery, but it's not good enough, and City clear. 1847-60 minsSTATSOverall. Possession RatioPossession19 1846-58 minsminute by minute. City have started to get on the ball more now and slow the pace of the game down, but they aren't troubling the Brighton defense.